Don't know what I can do to save this. So I'm going to stop for today. And we are back. Got delayed a bit last week because I was watching Summer Game Fest stuff, including the additional reveal footage of Citizen Sleeper 2. So we got to see more what that looks like. And that it's coming out next year, so we have more time to continue playing our way through the first game. And to finish the DLC. Alright. 1.83. Alright. So, I hacked things up. Run is next turn. There's nothing I can do to stop it, and nothing I can do to help any further. They got everything Fatilla needs. We don't have the full plan. Is there anything I can do in the hub? Maybe I can roll the dice and there's something I can hack. Nothing. So I guess we're just kind of boned here? Nope, nothing in the Havenage offices. Alright, nothing for Caster. Nothing Yanigan can do to help. All I can do is spend some dice, some of them being on eating stuff. Harvest mushrooms. Stored. And I got this single dice here. Nope, no good. That was a wash. Well, actually just spent that on sunbathe. Oh well. Craps hit the fan. Smile the moment you see the drone. Of course Celine is more than one. This one is different, at least the behavior is. It flits anxiously around you, nudging you, chirping at you. It whines and squeals and zips up the wing toward the flotilla, not checking if you are following or not. Something has happened at the court. You know it. A chill runs down your spine. Time to go. Yep, crap hit the fan because I couldn't pull this off. You arrive, frantic and anxious at the court. The drone is nowhere to be seen. Then you hear it, chirping and whirring through this stairway led you through before, the one that leads up to the observation deck. You leap up the stairs at a time and make it to the top, momentarily blinded by the light. Blinded by the light pouring in through the wide windows. Ray's voice is echoing in your ears and you squint against the light. Peake and Helene come to focus, arguing in front of the viewing window, the angular shapes of the flotilla framing their debate. Stop wasting my time. We need to stop her now. Helene looks harried and tired as she pleads with Peake. The moment she is caught, it is too late. Hardline counselors will get their excuse to lock the place down. Oh, thank God. Peake's willing to listen to reason. Don't act concerned. They won't give her up no matter what you say. The current to see you standing, dazed. Sleeper. Helene turns to. Your stupid butts had given me a couple more days to finish putting the plan together, we would have been fine. Just like as it was, I was in a pretty good position to get a second one done. I guess an escort. If you'd given me like one more day, I could have also gotten because I'd hacked an opening. I could have also gotten whatever the third one was. So that you would have been smooth sailing. I didn't narc on you. But straight up, things aren't ready. She's going for it, Sleeper. The ship is gone. Lean glances at Peake nervously. And they won't tell me anything. I found them up here watching. This is bad, Sleeper. When they are caught, the hardliners will not miss the opportunity to consolidate their power. This childish crusade will only bring more harm. That is true. That's only because your own council is a corrupt and decrepit institution. You should deal with your own organization before casting blame on us. You're literally coming into somebody else's system from the outside. Demanding we play by your rules. And it's not like we're in a planetary system or something like that. You're like, this isn't like a anarchist commune or that sort of thing, or anarchist social activist demanding immediate social change. Now, usually when that's happening, that's coming from people who have had to live with the society and been a part of it for quite some time, and thus is be able to understand the weaknesses firsthand. This is somebody jetting in without knowledge of the situation, demanding that we upend the apple cart to fit your needs, and then literally bailing. Just move on somewhere else. Not great. Like, and again, I was willing to work outside the rules to help you. But also, like, as your as your sleeper on the inside, I know enough information about how the way things go here to know that we needed more time. Unfortunately, the game doesn't give the dialogue option to say, hey, look, they already know what's up. Which means I need to make sure that the plan is completely to get, but they don't know all the full details. I need to make sure that everything is put together before we go blasting off the supplies. It is far more dangerous to go off half-cocked. But I did get a chance to say that, like, that's something at a tabletop role-playing table, I would get a chance to say. And the dialogue options the king gives, because it, like, limits you to, like, 3 for each choice, didn't have anything that, like, really satisfactorily said, that had the substance of, this takes time. Like, I know this place. I know how things work here. I've been living here a long time. These things take time. Sigh. Y'all suck. What I'm trying to do, I do not have absolute power. I cannot change an entire system, but you're and your friend of the worst people possible through your stubborn ignorance. Yes, that is correct. And even if you're going to upgrade the apple cart, even if to flip the table and start from scratch, and upgrade the system with somebody else, the person to do this is somebody who lives here, because they know who the power bases are, who needs to be appeased, what the needs are, that sort of thing. Peake, you are a jerk. This isn't me being a cop. This isn't me advocating for the man. This isn't me. I'm advocating for slower progressive change instead of big sweeping action in situations where sweeping action needs to be taken. This is me being like, hi. I'm watching this, like, not to put a finer point on it, I remember, like, reading on the local left-leaning alt weeklies during the Black Lives Matter protests in Portland. Like, people from advocacy groups and political movement groups from not just outside of Oregon, or not just outside of Portland, not just outside of Oregon, but outside of the Pacific Northwest entirely. In some cases from back east, coming out here and trying to tell the Portland Black Lives Matter groups and that sort of thing how things should be done, with no knowledge of what the situation was on the ground. And this coming out to, like, Willamette Week and the Portland Mercury and that sort of thing, and that this was happening, and that the local groups were going, no, you don't know what the makeup is around here. You don't know how the city of Portland works. You don't, and in some cases doesn't work. You don't know what's happening here, and you're not, and need to take the time to listen. Eventually they did, but still. Which is why I'm siding with Helene. Helene is right. The things can be ignored. Those of us pushing campaigns towards his work acts worst actors in order to make a single supply run. We must consider the bigger picture. And even if we are going to just put out a bunch of chips on this single supply run, if we're making this much of a bet on it, and hoping that it lasts in the long term, then it is vital that we do this. We do it. We do everything we can to make sure that it goes through. And y'all didn't give me the chance to do that. You're trying to exchange this to Peake. It isn't about Esche being right or wrong, but it's about the bigger systems that could shift because of her actions. And also because y'all didn't give me time to get everything ready for you. Or even like 2 out of 3 things ready for you. You'd all just cut me off. You jerk. Helene, there's nothing I can do. Maybe you are right, I don't know anymore and I don't care. I will never be like you, I never wish to hold power in my hand for any purpose. Even if you never want to hold power in you. Like, sometimes that gets thrust on you. And you need to be aware of what the people who end up holding power, particularly the ones who seek to do best with it, who seek to do the right thing with it, who have had it thrust upon them, or have people determine that they're the best person for the job, whether that person wants it or not. To know that, like, if they're doing everything in their power to do the right thing, you need to be sympathetic and empathetic of what they're going through and what they have to contend with. Or to put things another way, you need to have a base level knowledge of civics. Perhaps I make me a coward. I know that already. I ran from my family and the people that needed me. I stole from them and would do it again. I will not look back. I will not be made feel guilty for my choices. This isn't us trying to make you feel guilty. This is trying to make sure the thing works. That the supplies, as you do get the supplies to people who need it. And if you get caught and the council and worst impulses lead to the council giving you a lockdown, then the supplies don't show up and you're worse off than you were when we started. And I say again, for the 3rd or 4th time, you jerk. Probably going to title this episode that, you jerk. Lillian looks between the 2 of you. So be it. She opens her mouth to speak and closes it again. Sleeper, you better hope your friends were well prepared. And she leaves, already flicking through data sets on her slate as she does. They weren't. Because they didn't give me a chance to finish prepping. You and Peake exchange a glance. I know you think you're being bound, Sleeper, but I can't be like you. I follow my heart. I'm going to, swear to God, I'm going to reach into this computer screen and I'm going to dope slap you. That's what I was doing. Not choking. Grab by the shoulders and shake vigorously. They turn back to the window, search the flotilla for a glimpse of Climbing Briar's blue XPR livery against the black of the void. They start to realize that it doesn't matter now whether you approve of this or not. Esche is out there risking everything she has. Peake is next to you, their heart in their mouth. These are people you care about. Yes. And Esche is being stupid. It's too late to stop this now, but it isn't too late for your friends. There she is, Peake shouts suddenly, and you turn to the window to watch Esche's run unfold. She has an opening, she has no escort, and there's no flight plan filed. So I can't cover your ass. I've covered your ass the best that I have covered your ass the best that you would let me. She's exposed. They'll see her coming if they look. Yes, because you wouldn't let me arrange for coverage. Watch the cord and buzzing tongues for a sign of movement in response. Briar crawls silently across your view. Come on, Esche hisses, and you see a sudden flicker of yellow. Peake sees it too. Those 2 tugs are heading to cut her off. Go, Esche. As responding to Peake's urging, the Briar speeds up, diving through the cord edge now like a hawk descending. You tense up. Peake grips the whale as the Briar races towards the end of the cordon, that invisible net of sensors played between the ships and drones. Now let's hope the blind spot trigger. That's the only thing you let me do. You think back to the massive systems you had to wade through to set up, the delicate contingencies you set up to trigger the sensor blackout at just the right moment. The cord as if it was nothing, rapidly slipping through the massive ships and flotilla. You look back at the pursuing tugs and see them slow, confused by the cord's acceptance of the Briar and struggling to crouch to their target. Esche is in. Both you and Peake let out the breath you've been holding and laugh. How did she do it? Peake smiles, shaking their head. We did it because I helped with the overhaul of the ship's engines and busted my ass creating the loop, creating the blind spot. We did it. Yes, we did. Feel a little shaky from the tension, but Peake's ease helps you settle. You imagine Ash steely-eyed in the pouch seat of the Briar, stubbornly searching for a place to dock. Maybe being stubborn has its advantages. What now? Now she finds a place to dock and unload as quickly as possible and look out at the flotilla. Then she gets the hell out of there. Even Peake turns back to the window, looking for the Briar again amongst all those holes, the calm fading as new worries set in. He spot the Briar first this time, docking with the largest of the flotilla's ships, a vast converted tanker, half its protective plates removed. You think of the effort it must have taken to get that thing all the way here from the inner system. Watch the Briar, unable to get any sense of progress from the plastic exterior. They'll be offloading everything now, Peake says, both assuring you and themselves that everything is going to plan. You think of all the supplies loaded at the Briar and how long the process of unloading that might take. The bay was packed, rammed with everything it could offer. The thought of bringing all that to the flotilla makes you smile. You think of the reaction of the refugees, the welcome they'll give Esche as a bearer of such gifts. You even imagine the smile from Esche as she's soured with thanks. You focus on that. Nervous on that as you watch the Briar, and continue the nervous wait for it to finish unloading. It's breaking off. Peake pushes at the Briar. The puff of air and dust accompanies an emergency pressurization. Ash must have ended things early, but why? Then you see them, the tugs closing on the Briar. Havenage must have spotted the ship. You and Peake are up against the window again, willing the Briar a safe path out of the flotilla. Briar just the flotilla, but is agonizingly slow. Come on, Ash, Peake shouts in desperation, pressing a palm against the glass. You squint at the gathering yellow glints of the tugs. They are too fast. You both watch in dismay as the tugs swarm the Briar, the shunts locking out the hull of the ship and holding it in place. The Briar is stuck. The tugs drive unable to escape the tug's grip, especially in the close quarters of the flotilla. Crap. Peake is silent, and you watch as the Briar is dragged away toward the facility at the edge of the rim, a hole opening up at the pit of your stomach. You look at Peake, but they don't respond. They don't take their eyes off the Briar. Even after it disappears, they stand there at the glass, their eyes fixed on the flotilla. You shouldn't even get the supplies through. This was all for nothing. Sorry. I tried to get everything set up. But you didn't give me time. This was stupid, Sleeper. Looks back to their eyes wet. A stupid plan. It was close to a good plan. If we had more time, we could have gotten it. But you did it half-cocked, and that was stupid. Yes. We had a ship and our freedom. Now what do we have? He slams her head in the Peake slams a hand in the glass in frustration, making me jump. I won't be trapped again. I won't. You turn and rush out the observation deck before you can say anything, leaving you alone with the cold of the loop. Yes, the drive failed. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe, and also consider backing my Patreon. Patreon backers get episodes up to 1 week early of this show and any future Let's Plays. Also, please consider backing my Ko-fi. Toss me a few bucks also helps support the show, and it's not a monthly obligation or anything like that.